Good morning, market snipers. Welcome back. This is Jesse. We're getting started right at 9 a.m. Pacific Standard Time, right on the dot as usual. Good to see everyone back here. TGIF. Thank God it's Friday. Hopefully you got some. You have some good plans to get outside this weekend. Get some of that vitamin D in the sun. Whether you're going for a hike, going to the lake, going to the park, or going to the ocean. If you're new, awesome. Welcome. If you're returning, even better. First half of the live stream, we'll start off with Bitcoin as usual. Then we'll get into the altcoins, and then most likely the indices like the Nasdaq. They're breaking down right now. Bitcoin's looking like it's breaking down right now as well. The whole market looks red right now, right? Today, the whole market looks red, which is usually a surprise heading into the weekend. Usually they like to pump it up before the weekend. Not today. Not today, right? Not today. Last day of the month, too. Last day of the month. So, options. I don't know. I have to check. I'm not sure if any options are expiring today. Maybe some shorter term options on like SP 500 stuff like that. But then we'll take a look at the Magnificent Seven, and we'll look at any other stocks or crypto assets that might catch our eye. We'll take a look at it in the second half of the live stream. We will cover your chart requests. So make sure to put in the ticker symbol. Let me know if it's crypto or stock. Early bird gets the worm, and the early bird that gets worm, who also puts in all the details. Let us know. That way we can search for the asset and that we're actually charting the correct asset. We've done that in the past. I always talk about it where we charted the wrong dash, right? There's a crypto and stock dash. So with that, good morning, good morning, good morning. Emily Vasquez, I just can you check? Yes, you got it. You got it. You got it. I haven't looked at that one in a couple of days, so I think I have it on the watch list. We'll take a look at it. Stick around. Stick around. Blaka, Guaca, good morning. Pretty sure this is the same Blaka, Guaca in the Discord. Longtime market sniper. Good to see you on here. Blaka, Guaca. Let me know if this is you in the Discord, from the Discord as well. It's awesome to see the Discord members. Henderson Rosales, good morning. It's Friday. It's my birthday. Ooh, happy birthday. Let's snipe the market. It's also my cousin's birthday, and I was in his wedding. He was in my wedding. I think I was second in his wedding, second in line. Of course, he has a best friend. And then he was second in line in my wedding. Of course, I have a best friend. And yeah, it's his birthday today, too. It's my aunt's birthday yesterday. I have so many May birthdays, including myself, in the month of May. So good times in May. Yes, Blaka Guaca from the Discord. Yep. I mean, you can't really forget that name, Blaka Guaca. I don't know. I love it. A, because we're probably interested in blockchains, but B, I love some guacamole, some good guacamole. I'm kind of a guacamole snob. I have so much guacamole. Every time we go to the restaurant, the wife's like, let me guess, you want chips and guacamole? I'm like, don't worry about my guacamole. Don't worry about it. But yeah, I love me some guacamole. It's better be good, though. Better be good. Just like I love calamari for appetizers. I'm kind of a calamari snob as well, and a sushi snob, right? I love I love the really good sashimi. Don't even give me rice. Just give me the sushi with no rice. So, yeah. Old joke from years ago, but you pretty much nailed the guac part. Nice. Blaka guaca. Sounds like you're in hip hop, or maybe you're a wild animal at one time. I don't know. So we'll see. You don't have to disclose too many details over to me. I could probably use my imagination. Bitcoin still currently bullish on the daily chart, right? Still currently bullish on the daily chart. Is this the final shakeout before a possible move higher? Maybe, right? Maybe, baby. Speaking of baby, maybe in a month. Maybe in a month. Jesse, NVIDIA, Olson. Yep. 4K mods. Yep. We can cover that if you want. It's breaking down a little bit. It was ultra bullish. It's no longer ultra bullish. There are some gaps after it made new all-time highs. So The higher time frames on Bitcoin is bullish, right? We know that. We know that. We know that. Monthly chart. The weekly chart is still currently bullish, but there are some signs. Remember, I pointed out some signs. We will get into all of that. And the daily chart is still currently bullish. So the daily, the weekly, and the monthly are all still bullish. Unfortunately, cannot retire the phrase "we are out of the woods" because we are still not out of the woods, right? Yet. It's still possible that we see lower prices. 2 out of the 3 reasons that we wanted to see happen did happen. Uh, 1 has not happened yet. So we're going to get into all that. We will cover it. Uh, yep, yep. So before we get started, before we really deep dive into it, before we get really crazy into it, um, let's go over here and let's just get a practice warm up, right? Let's just get our let's do some calisthenics. Let's just get over here. Don't forget to smash that like button. Oh, yep, we're warming up. We're doing some jumping jacks. Smash the subscribe button. It only if you're gonna be obnoxious, smash the subscribe button that hard. If you don't want to be obnoxious, just barely hit it, barely tap it over there like that. Both work for the algorithm. Or if you're on the Twitter X app, smash that like button, hit the repost button right there, right? And then throw in a quick little comment. All of this takes 5 seconds of your time, right? So 5 seconds of your time. It'd be greatly appreciated. Help me, help you, help me, right? So let's get into it. Oh, breaking down below $67,000 on Bitcoin. Let's put the chart drawings on there. So before we do that, let's just take a look, right? Let's take a look. Still have this last buy signal. Still no RSI sell signal yet. But as we just saw in real time, it's flashing a pending sell signal. So it had a buy signal, sell, buy, sell, right? Buy. And then is this going to have another sell signal? And then maybe it flips back around and has another buy signal, right? So it's not the only thing that lets us know, it's not the only strategy, but it is flashing a pending sell in real time as we're on this live stream. So just be aware of that. If your stop loss is moved to break even on Bitcoin, great. You're probably just chilling. Or if you're like, hey, it could correct further, I'm going to lock in the few profits that I already have. You have to make all those decisions, right? If you're trading and investing, you're an adult, right? Most likely. Most likely you're an adult in the US if you're trading and investing. You gotta make those decisions, right? So let's put it on the chart drawings. Oh, one last thing. One thing that we are pointing out was that on the weekly chart, it was flashing orange here, never closed orange. On this weekly candle, this current weekly candle, it was flashing orange again, no longer flashing orange. Both created wicks. It's not how the candle starts, but it's how the candle closes, right? Candle closes. This was a concern we've been talking about since April 2022. I'm sorry, 22nd, 2024, right? When we had the weekly sell signal, right? It was a concern. And here we are, 1 month, 5 weeks later, it's still trending downward, right? Still trending down. Still bullish overall, still above the trading dots, still bullish overall on RSI, but it just means that the correction could last longer, right? Maybe deeper too. So we have that. What else? What else do we have? MACD. One of our concerns was that there was a MACD bearish crossover as well. And the MACD still does not have a bullish crossover, right? So you got the MACD that had that bearish crossover about a month ago, 3 weeks ago, right? Bearish MACD crossover 3 weeks ago. We had the RSI sell signal 5 weeks ago, right? Had the bearish divergence over here. So we did have concern. Oh, there we go. All my drawings are on there. Should I just delete them all? Nah, nah. Here we go. Let's go yellow. Let's circle it down here, right? So you had bearish divergence on the weekly chart. Then you had an RSI sell signal. And if this is a lower high over here, that's confirming, potentially a bigger, longer, deeper correction, right? So we will have to maybe it just trade sideways. It's possible to just trade sideways. So it is something that we will pay attention to and keep an eye on. Uh, Again, the weekly candle is not over, and it could flip right back around to the upside. So let's dive in. Those are the concerns that I want to talk about. So let's get back to it. Let's go to the daily chart. Let's talk about it. Mark, you got it. You got it, Mark. Thank you. Thank you. So one of the posts put out, so here it was. I was circling the weekly bearish divergence, right? Remember, there was bearish divergence on the daily chart, also bearish divergence on the weekly chart, right? So this could be not only a lower high on the daily chart, could also be a lower high on the weekly chart, right? So talked about, would this yellow path continue to play out, right? It's the yellow path has been playing out since drawing it out from May 15th. So 2 weeks. Will that fractal look similar and play out with one last final kind of shakeout over here, right? Maybe one last little shakeout and then takes off to the upside. Those are still possible. I'm not counting that out yet, right? However, the signs are there, right? The weekly chart, we talked about that already. So if you start getting daily candle closes, multiple candle closes back below the trailing dots, could be happening. Back below this upward trend line, etc., a sell signal, etc., all that, then we could see price come all the way back down in this box. Doesn't mean the party is over, right? Just means that it could come back down like this, find support, and then start taking off. And maybe it would just take longer for it to take off to the upside like that. So we will see. We don't really need that trend line, but kind of extend it out like that, right? So if that's what's going to happen, that would be, if this bullish case doesn't happen, right, as it's starting to break back down, if this bullish case doesn't happen, then this could be the next buy the dip scenario, right? But you have to be aware that the weekly chart, all that stuff, you have to be aware of it, and could go lower, because why? The fourth target never got hit down here, 52,000. So we will keep an eye on it. Just be aware of that. And that's why, I personally, obviously, none of this is financial advice. Obviously, this is for educational purposes only. And we're not going to take a deep dive or anything like that. That's for the 60 plus recorded coaching hours. It's probably more than that. I know I spent at least 100 with the live crew, and we recorded probably at least 60 to 70% of those videos. They had amazing questions, all caught on tape, recorded. Started recording over 2 years ago. So there's that, right? So if it does continue to break down, you can see, I just combined like 2 or 3 targets into this one big target box, because however it plays out, could come back down, retrace some of that move, and break out, and that would still be healthy, right? That would still be healthy. And then, of course, you've got where it found support here at target 2 originally, and then you have target 4 down here. Not ready to worry about all of that yet, but it is a possibility, because in real time it is breaking down on the daily chart. We did see that the RSI sell signal is flashing, right? And so it is possible it continues to break down right here. And if you had moved your stop loss to break even, it might get stopped out, right? It might get stopped out, could wick down, stop you out, all that stuff, right? It's possible. So you have to decide, are you going to continue to push it, or are you going to lock in a little bit of profits? whatever the case may be. That is up to you. That is up to you. That's your decision. Johnny C, good morning. Good morning. Good morning. And if you're not sure, then if you're not using stop losses and if you're not sure what to do, should you be trading? Should you be investing? It's always, I think it's a good investment to learn first and then invest money. And if you're unsure, you're just trying to copy trade people, copy trade charts. When thing is probably fine for a while, and then when things really get hairy, or you know, or stressful, right? How are you going to make those decisions, right? How are you going to make those decisions for yourself and control your own destiny? So we will see how it plays out. It's possible it does something like that. If so, if we start getting candle closes back below, we start getting sell signals, I'm going to remove the yellow and the blue path, right? I'm going to remove all of that. Until then, I'm going to leave it on, right? Until then, I'm going to leave it on. That's Bitcoin. That is the Bitcoin update. There are some concerns. We still are not out of the woods yet. Remember, the final piece to the puzzle was getting candle closes back above 73,100 like NVIDIA did. Bitcoin has not yet. So is this the last final shakeout before higher prices? Maybe, but there are some concerns on the weekly chart. With that, what else? What else? I hear people who don't use stop losses at all, and they all, yeah, well, everyone's got their own strategy. It's not my strategy, right? I'd rather take a loss than hold the trade too long. I'd rather be on the right side, right? So I was thinking about this. I was gonna post it the other day on the Twitter X app. I was thinking about this yesterday. I'm like, quote unquote macro experts, right? Oh, I love that. I love the macro experts, right? They could be wrong for 2 years or more, right? And then when the ship finally gets turned around and the macro experts could be finally proven right. I don't have time to wait 2 years to try to make any money. We've got inflation happening on an annual basis. We have prices going up on food, energy, blah blah blah. I know. Inflation numbers are down, right? Inflation numbers are down, but they're not going to reverse back down. So they're not going to go negative, right? So if it continues to stay, whether I'm not going to go macro here, but if it continues to stay at 2 to 3% annual, they're selling you that is great. But what happened to the 9% year? It's 2 to 3% per year on top of the 9%, on top of the 7%, on top of the 6%. So if you add all those up together, I mean, it's not going to, I don't know. I don't want to get too negative here. So basically what I'm saying is I don't have 2 years while prices continue to go higher. I don't have 2 years to wait to see if I'm right as a macro quote unquote expert and be on the wrong side for 2 years. I need to be right, or if I'm wrong, I need to know right away. I need to get out. I better be wrong for a week or two. I'm okay to be wrong with a week or two. That maybe it's trending back in a downward position, kind of like this trade right now. But it was in the right direction for 15 for about a week, and then now it's been kind of going down in the wrong direction since a week, right? So a week in the right direction, and now a week in the wrong direction. And here we are, unfolding in real time, pending sell signal over here on Bitcoin. Is this a lower high over here? This was a lower high. Was this another lower high? We don't know. Maybe it puts in another higher high, right? Just comes back down. So pending sell signal on sharpshooter candles 3.1. Pending sell signal on RSI Sharpshooter RSI 2.0, right? So there it is. There it is. That's the Bitcoin update. Ooh, spent 19 minutes on it. So going in the right direction for a week, going in the wrong direction for a week. Where will it end up, right? Where will it end up? I'm not going to tell you what to do. I don't give financial advice. I just give myself based on what the charts do, and my strategy is how I perform my own stuff. So with that, that's what we're continuing to watch over here on Bitcoin. If we do get a candle close with the sell signal, it's possible that I'm going to be removing and below this upward trend line. Could just be a fake out. Could be that one last shakeout, fake out, right? We talked about this way back in here. We talked about way back in here. Would it play out similar to this fractal, which does not show wicks, but you can see that there's multiple days to the downside one last time before it flipped back around. So we will see. We will see. We will see. But that's what we're kind of watching right now. If your plan is, hey, I mean, it's not a bad plan, right? Say your stop loss has moved to break even and you're like, hey, I'm going to lock in profits here. I just want to be out of it. I want to lock in 5%, not counting leverage, right? I want to lock in 5%. And then I'm just going to wait patiently for that next possible buy the dip scenario, which, getting back above that downward trend line, right? Back above that downward trend line, maybe something like that. There's nothing wrong with that plan, right? So with that, also, what if it never retraces that far? What if it only goes down here? It's also, in my opinion, if you took out that breakout and you move your stop loss to break even, you may never get stopped out. You got to have a little bit more patience, but you could just wait to see if you get stopped out. And even if you do get stopped out, you could still wait to get back in on the next one. So you just have to decide what your plan of attack is, how are you going to do it, and when and where. Because what if this candle just flips right back around the next day and then takes off to the upside? You may miss it, right? So whether it's down here, way down here, here, or up here, where do you get back in, right? So anyways, that's why I'm never afraid to be in or out of Bitcoin, because I know I can just get back in based off of what I'm looking for, right? I'm looking for a certain couple things to do, and then when that happens, that's when I'll pull the trigger. So I'm not worried about missing Bitcoin to the upside, right? I'm never fearful. Like, you always see the macro investors, quote unquote investors, who knows what they're investing, but quote unquote investors who are, fearful of being out of Bitcoin, right? As it's breaking down all the way down in 2022 market. So anyways, with that, their fear of missing to the upside. That's what I'm trying to say. Yeah, it can happen quickly, but if you have alerts set up, if you watch the charts on a regular basis, you have alerts set up on your email, alerts set up on your cell phone, alerts set up on your computer, all through TradingView, right? They have alerts set up. How can you miss it, right? You could set up for, well, we'll do a little coaching session here. Hold on, time out, coach, time out. Before we get in, should we do a quick coach thing? Let's see. Where am I? Let's go back to home. Let's see. There we go. Right? So here, 6 likes. I guess nobody wants to show them what I was going to show them on the alerts, right? Show them what I was going to show them on the alerts. Smash that like button. All right, I'll show you, and then maybe you'll smash the like buttons in return, right? Quid pro quo, this for that, right? So let's do that. I'll show you real quick in case you didn't know. This is why, one of the reasons why I love TradingView. You could set it on this here. You can go here, set alert, and then trend line, right? Crossing down, right? You could even do only once per bar close, right? So I would probably choose that, once per bar close. And so once it closes below that trend line, and then you click create, right? I'm not going to do that, but I already got too many alerts. So anyways, maybe a wick down, you don't really care, right? But if you get a candle close below this downward trend line, maybe that would prompt you to close your position, as an example. Or you're looking for the next breakout and you don't want to just stare at it, maybe crossing up the trend line, right? So crossing up the trend line, and then once per bar close, hit create. Boom, there you go. These are all the stuff we talk about in the 60 plus hours of recorded coaching. You just got it for free. We spent 30 seconds on it. So you can imagine how much time we really poured into the coaching of not only what to do, how to do it, strategy, psychology of it, why I'm doing it, blah, 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 blah. Angel C, could you please look at shop? Sure, you got it. Thanks, Jesse. Will you at one sell most of your portfolio, maybe go short? Yeah, I'm not gonna deliver my exact strategy. There's gonna be multiple strategies, but for sure, right? For sure. I'll tell you what I'm gonna do. Like I'll probably like if you ask this question in the Discord, I would probably be more open to it. But in general, what I did in 2021 was I was in leverage long positions in 2021, and I closed those positions, went to cash at 61,000, just a hair under. It was like 60,750 ish. I went to cash, and I felt I was late trading Bitcoin to the downside. I didn't want to chase Bitcoin to the downside, so what I did was I flipped over to Ethereum and I shorted Ethereum, not the entire amount, right? Because some of it I stayed in cash, and some of it you take off the table, right? You take it out of the virtual digital world, and then a portion of it, a heavy portion of it, shorted ETH at $4,384 at the top, when many expert traders were calling for higher Ethereum, and they sell trading courses, all that stuff. I wasn't selling trading courses. I never planned to sell trading courses. It was all of you on the Twitter X app who pushed me for 6 months to teach you. There was even people trying to copy Jesse Olson accounts and were scamming people $1,000. I've never charged someone $1,000 for to teach them or anything like that. I did the recorded coaching starting out at $49 a month, and the live coaching was $199 a month, right? So, and I only did that for a couple months. It wasn't worth my time, so I became friends with all the live coaching people, and I called them the Magnificent Seven. But I told them, I said, either I'm gonna have to charge you tens of thousands of dollars, or I'm just gonna cancel the live coaching. And so I canceled the live coaching because I didn't want to. It was too time consuming, and because I played all out. We recorded it all. Some of the live coaching sessions went 3 hours. Probably the shortest one was hour and a half for live coaching, and then all the recorded coachings. So all the recorded sessions were at least an hour, right? So it's a lot. It's a lot. If I'm going to do it, I pour my every ounce of energy into it, and so I had no more energy. So it was either charge tens of thousands of dollars, or I'm not going to do it, because I was just trying to help people, but also my time is valuable, so I can't be doing it for free. I just don't have time. There's other things behind the scenes that I don't make announcements on, that I'm working hard and pouring a lot of energy in, that hopefully one day I'll roll it out to the Discord. Big things. We'll see. We'll see if I can get it figured out. It's never a guarantee. So we'll see if I can figure it out or not, but I'm doing my best. And I'm not going to roll it out before it's ready. Really ready. Been working on it for 2 years. So let's go. This, right? And if I was doing the live coaching all the time, I wouldn't have the energy to work on other projects, right? So that was a lot. But yeah, so similar plan, right? Portion of it will go to cash. Portion of it I will take out of the trading account and put it into less risky things. Maybe even take it out of the digital world and have hard assets, right? So got to be in the habit of that. I personally don't. I learned my lesson a long time ago. Don't keep doubling down. Pull some profits out of the digital world and put it maybe into hard assets. For example, when a when was this? This was a while back. I think this might have been 2021. But another real life example, AGQ, right? This is what I did in real life too. Just to like practice what I preach, right? AJQ, if you're unaware, it's a silver ETF, 2x bull. So it's like a 2x leverage. And going back here, I haven't done it since when was it? When was it? When was it? When was it? Was it AJQ? Yeah. Let's see. May. When was it? I don't know. It was one of the no. I think it was 2021. Yeah, yeah. Yeah, yeah, yeah. Back here, right? Even on this small pump up like this on AGQ, whatever profits I took on that, and it was like a I don't even know. I think I did options on it too. But anyways, it was only like a 2-day hold. But it was a massive 2-day hold. And even those winnings, I took out and bought physical silver, right? So yes, I traded AJQ. I did great on it. And those winnings I took out of the digital world or the digital trading account, and I bought physical silver. So that's another uh, uh, real world experience, right? Thanks. I'll check out the Discord. Yep. So what else? What else? Oh, let's get back to it. I know it's kind of a big tangent, but it was good. Some good questions over there. But I want to get into the charts. I want to stay into the charts. So again, the daily candle is not over. Could find support, even flash the sell signal and still not have a sell signal and come back up. There are some other concerns though. Like the whole market is kind of red right now. So let's get going. We probably won't spend as much time on altcoins, right? We're expecting some sort of a pullback on Ethereum. This is a nice move up. I think there was bearish divergence. There was bearish divergence. Is getting overbought. Could find support here and take off. Could come back down lower. I can see that. Solana may not be following this yellow path any longer, right? Could be breaking down from this upward trend line. Red trending dots. Will it have a sell signal in the near future? RSI already had the sell signal. So just as an awareness, this was bearish divergence getting picked up on the indicator, right? This is a potential lower high and a nice retracement back up from here. And it could be another possible lower high over here. So just be aware of that. That's Solana. Chainlink, right? Is this one last shakeout before, or is this going to be further downside, right? That's something we never know for sure. We never know for sure. That's why I'm a swing trader and not a macro expert, right? There we go. Chainlink, Sand still going through a bottoming phase. Filecoin still going through a bottoming phase. Near, we talked about this over here. It was starting to break back down. Is it leading the way on Bitcoin? Is it leading the way on Solana of this upward trend line, right? Started to have multiple. Oh, my nose is itchy. I need an allergy pill. We'll try to work through. Man, we're already at 33 minutes on a Friday. Oh, man. But then we talked about it. It looked like it was breaking down. Trending dots are starting to trend back down. And then we had a sell signal yesterday. It was pending sell signal. So is near kind of leading the way of a little bit deeper correction and maybe fills in this like this before the next move up, right? So it's possible. It's possible near. We already does something like this and takes off to the upside. We already removed the inverse head and shoulders target that was up here, right? We all know my thoughts on it. Even when this was playing out, the inverse head and shoulders target, I said it was a 30 to 35% chance that the target would actually get hit. So, which means 65 to 70% chance in my own mind that price target would get hit, that would not get hit, and it has not been hit. So I'm going to stick to my own data. I don't have any real data. I just have what's staring at charts. Is this bullish possible bullish divergence still. Yep, still possible bullish divergence. We will see how it plays out. If RSI continues to go lower, though, then it won't be bullish divergence. It's just going to be lower lows, right? So something to be aware of, and we'll continue to watch it. Inch, right? I was playing around with some fractals possibility, but Inch has only hit one target so far to the upside, the bullish divergence. Dot, right? We removed one upward trend line. We're removing another upward trend line. This is kind of last line of defense. Maybe we'll find support and then continue upward. Cardano, will it put in a higher low? We don't know. Bullish divergence. Mana, similar thoughts. They're all still going through a bottoming phase. Matic, right? None of them are breaking out hardcore to the upside, right? None of them. A couple of them spiked up like near stuff like Pepe, Shib, Doge, breaking back down. Sell signal right now. We will see how it closes. XRP already had a sell signal. AVAC. I mean, they all look similar. MicroStrategy we talked about. Green arrow up or red arrow down, right? It's pretty simple. Pretty simple. Was this a bull trap above target 4? Remember, we wanted to see target 4 flip from resistance into support, and it's not doing that. It's breaking back down. Then we talked about, will it break down? Will it put in a higher low, fill this gap, and go? Or was that it, right? Or was that it? And it comes back down, fill some lower gaps as well. So we'll see. NASDAQ, pending sell signal. Was this a bull trap? Did it put in additional bearish divergence? Javier, will be worth her goodness. I know what you did there. That's clever. You almost got me. Right? You almost got me. You didn't get me. You almost got me. But 2 seconds later, I was like, oh, I see what you did there. All right. That's pretty clever though. 10-1 stock split coming up, right? 10-1, right? There you go. That's pretty smart. So $1,000 becomes $100. 10-1 stock split. There you go. Cool. Let's keep going. So is this a bull trap? There's an amazing write-up by Crypto Stu, longtime market sniper, right? Been there since day one, over 2 years. He's been in the Discord. One of the magnificent sevens, right? Crypto Stu has helped me so much. He helped me with the early version of Sharp Shooter Candles 1.0. It's evolved since then, but he helped do that for free, right? For free. So I'll always appreciate Crypto Stu. He's amazing. And he does an amazing write-up on this, right? I really thought he spent a lot of time on it. It's a free newsletter, but I'm going to show it to you because it was amazing. So just go over here, go over to the indicator, right? And then you can see SP 500 bull trap. And he lays out all the details. Sometimes I just I see things quickly and I just talked about, and I don't really go through it thoroughly because A, it's not a coaching session, but B, I just don't have time. I'm just going and I'm looking at so many charts. Go. But if you want to read up on it, he covers SP 500 first and foremost, but he did a really great write up, and so might want to go check it out over there. SP 500 bull trap, right? You can access it on from the Twitter profile or from Market Sniper Pro. Got it down here on the homepage. Email over here. And then you've got paid services. We don't have any affiliate links. So every once in a while, we're going to plug this. You can get into the private Discord now for $9 a month over here. You can see that. But if you want the indicators to go with it, Sharpshooter Candles, lays it all out. Sharpshooter package, you get everything. And then, of course, gives more details on that stuff down there below, right? A couple testimonials. I should do better on that stuff, but not good at selling it, right? So feels weird. So the indicator, SP 500 bull trap, right? Go check it out. Go check it out. Go check it out. So we won't spend too much time on the bull trap part, but it's looking like a potential bull trap, maybe additional bearish divergence, RSI sell signal, arrow up, break back down, arrow down, right? So 2 of the 4 targets were hit to the downside. Let's keep going. The inverse is the SQQQ. It's the pro shares pro short. So if you don't know how to short, say the QQQs ETF, this is basically the short, how you can short it by buying, right? So if you just bought a share of this, it is leveraged and it is a losing game over time. So just be aware that you're probably not holding it long term, because even when it was going through, the NASDAQ was going through a correction over here, it wasn't for very long and then it just gets killed, right? So don't be afraid. If you do take something high risk like this is high risk. If you do take a high risk asset like this, don't be afraid to lock in profits, right? Lock it in. Even if it goes higher, move on to something else, right? It's more of a jab than trying to hit the home run. It's more of you're looking for a base hit on this one versus trying to hit a home run. That's a better analogy. A jab versus the knockout punch, right, is what I was going to say. But a base hit in baseball on this scenario is better than a home run, right? So SP 500, similar thoughts. This is what we're talking about, the possible bull trap over here. Started breaking back down, back below this horizontal. Pending sell signal, very similar to NASDAQ. I did not remove the targets on this one. It's only hit one target to the downside so far. Dow Jones never made a newer high. It made a lower, what looks like a lower high. However, it has not taken out this pivot point yet, so it's not confirmed. But it is a lower high over here. Did not make a new higher high with the daily candle close at 40,250. So something that is different than the NASDAQ and the SP 500. So we were wondering if the Dow Jones was lagging the NASDAQ, or was it kind of the canary in the coal mine, as they like to say. Russ 2000 and the Dow Jones look more similar. The NASDAQ and the SP 500 look more similar with the bull trap. And I think that's because of the Magnificent Seven. Oh my goodness, 42 minutes. We're not even to the Magnificent Seven yet. We got so much to cover. Oh. But here's the thing. Usually there's a lot less eyeballs on a Friday. Is today Friday? Let's double check. Hold on. Today's Friday, right? Yeah, okay. There's a lot of eyeballs today. So I'm more motivated, right? I'm more motivated for the more eyeballs that we have. If there's only one person watching, yeah, I'll still cover it. But I'm more motivated if there's 1,000, right? I'm more motivated if you smash the like button and we have 50 likes versus 1 like. I'm more motivated if there's 100 likes out of 700, right? So help me, help you, help me. Let's keep going. I would spend a lot more time if we had a lot more eyeballs and a lot more likes. Gives me a little bit of encouragement, right? Gives me a little bit of encouragement. Let's go. So again, the Russell 2000 and the Dow Jones look more similar, in my opinion. The NASDAQ and the SP 500 look more similar together, in my opinion, of possible bull traps, right? So we didn't know if the Dow Jones was lagging and the NASDAQ and the SP 500 are making new all-time highs, or if it was the canary in the coal mine. So we were somewhere in between. We had both thoughts. We were looking at both. 10-year yields starting to break out somewhere in between, higher low or lower high, right? Somewhere in between. So probably looking at maybe it'll kind of like consolidate in, more of like this, right? Maybe kind of goes through a consolidation, like up, now, and then makes a decision, right? Maybe it takes a while. Maybe it's like, we don't know. Okay. I mean, we do know as the market makers, but the market makers out there know, but we don't know, right? We don't know how it's going to go. So 10-year yields, right? Could be something like that. I mean, you could draw the same scenario for the dollar as well, right? So we will see. We'll see how it plays out on the dollar, down or up, right? Trade each chart individually, down or up. Two ways to go. Two ways to go. Two targets so far to the downside. VIX still bullish on the daily chart, which lines up with the corrections, right? The VIX, when the VIX is bullish, most likely the markets are bearish, right? So just always know that. Not always one for one, 100% correlated, but for the most part, it's pretty correlated. Go Jamie. Go Jamie. What else? GGI. So not the futures did make a new high. Okay. That's interesting. Yeah. Uh I didn't look at that, but that is interesting. Was it a wick or was it a daily candle close? Let's take a look at it. That's interesting. Maybe the QQQ ETF did as well, but the futures did not, right? Let's go stocks, TGI. There we go. Dow Jones Industrial Average. Not that I don't believe you. So I just want to take a look at it because it's interesting, right? And you're right. You're absolutely right. It did make a new high. That was a bull trap, right? Similar bull trap over there. Similar to the Nasdaq futures. That's pretty interesting. But even more interesting is that the futures did not, right? So the futures was the canary in the coal mine, and the DGI, the Nasdaq futures, SP 500 futures were all bull traps, and the Dow Jones futures was the canary in the coal mine. So that's why I look at a lot of charts. Kyle Jackman, what up? Happy Friday. Thanks for all you do. I'm not always able to tune in live, but appreciate your content. Thank you. Thank you. Ooh, cheers from California. California is like two states, right? I think they should split up California into two states. Northern California, Southern California. It will never happen, right? But even in Southern California, if you did it from like LA County and lower, or anything lower than Ventura County, right? So if you took like the 5 counties, you got LA County, San Bernardino County, Riverside County, Orange County, and San Diego County, right? I think I nailed them. Those 5 counties are 25 million people. 25 million people. And that was one of the major factors in selling my wife, who was my girlfriend at the time, of we bought a cabin. We were living together, right? It wasn't just some random girlfriend. We were living together, and I don't live together with just any girlfriend, right? So I had plans. But we had bought a cabin together, and we ended up turning it into Airbnb, and then we sold it. But one of the reasons why I was so pumped up on the cabin, not only having a second home, but there's 25 million people within a 2-hour drive. So I thought there's always going to be demand, and boy, was there ever. I basically had it rented out every day of Airbnb of 30 days, right? And the only reason why I didn't have it 30 days is because we wanted to spend time there too. So, and then it just became too much of a business, and we're like, hey, let's sell it for 17 years of net rental income. Cash out, cash out, cash out. It's Canada. Oh, is it? Oh, I don't know. Oh, I see what you. Oh, are you getting political, Javier? Let's not get political. I hate politics. Cheers from California. Maybe it's Canada. So, anyways, yeah. Where in California? It's such a big state, right? Big state, 40 million people. Says DGI. All right, let's get back to it. I know we got a little sidetracked. We still got to get through the requests, and we still got a lot to cover. So we're gonna keep going. I think we covered the altcoins, right? We covered that. Quickly on gold, right? We covered that. Over on the live streams, could be a possible lower high. Still breaking down. Just getting a retracement. It's not that it's gonna be bearish longer term, but had bearish divergence on silver. right? Bearish divergence on silver, had the RSI sell signal, had a reversal candle, probably getting a MACD bearish crossover. Yep, it is. So looks like it could have a sell signal in the near future on silver. Bitcoin dominance still bearish on the daily chart, right? We talked about this. Would it put in, if it's going to go through a bigger correction, Bitcoin dominance should be going up, not down, right? So it is kind of a positive if the Bitcoin dominance is going down while we're going through a correction, because it might flip back around positive. I don't know. So I kind that's the way I kind of look at it on Bitcoin dominance. If Bitcoin dominance is going down in a correction, maybe it's going to flip back around positive. But if Bitcoin dominance starts going up in a bigger correction, that's not good because altcoins usually get crushed a lot harder than Bitcoin, right? Right. So that's where we'll take a look at it. But on a bullish standpoint, would it put in a lower high and then continue downward? This is based off the weekly chart, though, so it could take some time. NVIDIA, let's get into Magnificent Seven real quick. We've already spent a lot of time. I'm probably going to have to flip the hat on backwards on a Friday. Flipping the hat on backwards means we're going into overtime. We're going into the over an hour on a Friday. Better be smashing the like button for that. Can't see. Did you? What does XD mean? Is that like an emoji or is that like a smiley face? It doesn't really come across on the YouTube app, so I just want to pull that up. What else? What else? NVIDIA, right? Got a gap here at 960. Got another gap here at 1064, right? Gappy, gappy, gap, right? That was a short squeeze. That was a short squeeze if I've seen one. Meta breaking back down, partial fill gap. Yeah, NVIDIA. Yeah. Oh yeah, 4K mods. You've been here since the beginning of the live stream, so let's take a look at it for you. You've got additional bearish divergence, possibly, right? Longer term bearish divergence. This, let's see, going all the way back, the divergence hasn't been cleared yet. It could remain diverged, right? It could remain diverged. This could be additional bearish divergence, though, and there could be a lot of divergences, right? Could be weeks, if not months, if not a year or two of divergence, but still currently divergence. And in my opinion, it has not been cleared yet. So still divergences going all the way back, right? Going all the way back, has hit this target to the downside, but found support and bounced up. We do have this long term. This should be yellow because it hasn't been filled yet. This is a huge, like 20%, 18 to 20% gap down here at 308. There's so many gaps along the way. They could stay that way for a while and then come all the way up like that, right? Gap, 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 gap. Let's see. Another gap. So many gaps. Not all gaps get filled, but they do work great as targets, and just takes time. Just takes time. We don't know when. But there is bearish divergence. There are a lot of gaps. There is a 200-week moving average way down here, right? So it is really far extended. It can stay that way. Meta breaking down as of right now. Got this gap down here. Amazon breaking back down, back into target one, right? Back down to target one. This was bearish divergence. We pointed that out. Talked about it. Did make another higher high, but put in bearish divergence, and then that was it. So confirms. No, it doesn't confirm anything. This is the high over here. So no really lower high established yet. Could take some time. If this is going to go a lot lower on Amazon, could take some time to go through a topping pattern, right? Could take some time to go through a topping pattern, and then maybe it goes lower. We don't know. But it is breaking down the daily chart, weekly chart. Do you have a gap down there? Bearish divergence on the weekly chart. RSI sell signal after bearish divergence. So it seems like we're going to be going through a longer, if not deeper, correction on Amazon. It broke this downward trend line way back here on in April, and then you could probably even redraw it like this, and it's breaking down that downward trend line on the weekly chart, etc., etc. And then you could probably even go longer like that, right? And maybe it finds support after hitting some targets to the downside. Maybe it finds support, all that stuff on Amazon, but no sell signal on Amazon weekly chart yet. But there is bearish divergence and an RSI sell signal, probably a MACD bearish crossover. There was, right? So that is what we're looking at here. That was a massive rally, massive move to all-time highs, right? But in the interim, it is breaking down. Microsoft, right? Additional bearish divergence. This is a drawing, so can't extend it. You get the idea. You get the idea. Google, no sell signal as of yet. Probably in the near future. RSI sell signal yesterday. MACD bearish crossover. Bearish divergence. Red arrow was pointed out a long time ago, right? Gaps, gaps, gaps. Gappy gap. What else? What else? What else? Bitcoin miners probably getting crushed today. Another sell signal over here, right? So did you get stopped out, right? Did you get stopped out? If you took this entry here, did you lock in a little bit of profits? Did you get stopped out? Or, if your stop loss was down here, did you move it up to break even? Did you get stopped out at break even? Blah, 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 blah. Possible. If you just left it down there, it's possible. It holds still. If not, that would be a pretty big loss if you're using your whole portfolio. If you're not, then it's not, right? If it was like, depends if it's $1,000 of 100 or $10,000 of 100 or all of $100,000 or whatever you're trading, right? What is it? Or $100, right? That's HUT, MIGI, right? MIGI, Hive, CLSK, not much else to report. I had this drawn out here, but then you could also kind of like update it like that too. Probably add a bunch of trend lines, right? Bunch of them. It's all getting, however you draw it. This is like a longer term one. Never fill this gap over here on CLSK. We talked about this. We talked about it even on the buy signals. We were talking about it. Never fill this gap down here. The 200-week moving average lines up very nicely with that gap. It is possible it fills that gap. Bitfarm, buy signal, never hit target 2. Is that going to be it? Or we'll let the trending dots kind of catch up. Marathon Digital breaking back down. So just be aware of all that. Riot. Is this one last shakeout? We don't know for sure. Wolf could be back testing. One last shakeout. Iris Energy. If you took that trade, right? We talked about this, depending on what target it is, right? There was bearish divergence starting to break back down. So you just have to decide what your plan of attack is. If you took this entry down here, say at $5, are you locking in profits, right? Are you locking in profits? Did you move your stop loss to break even? Bearish divergence, that's a big move. That's a big move. Is it going to claw back some of that move? Is it going to put in a higher low? We don't know. Cypher mining, right? Breaking back down. Flat today. What else? Disney flat. Is it finding bottom? Did it fill this gap? No. Partial gap fill as of right now. PayPal trying to hold this trend line right now. We don't know if it will. What else? Anything else? Anything else? Anything else? What do we got? We might have to get into all the Cristobal, Reyes, CRM, ADM and CRM. Oh, hit the mic. We're good. Could look at Gary Network. Yeah, getting in late requests, early birds get the worm over there. Disclosure Crypto, early bird gets the worm. Maybe, but you're on the lowest list. Maybe CRM, but you putting in such late requests, we may or may not get to it, right? So we will see. I'm going to see if anything else jumps out. Man, it's kind of hard to find a bullish chart today, right? Uh, this is interesting though. This is interesting, right? It is possible what we were talking about, that if Bitcoin dominance is dropping and some of these altcoins against BTC are increasing, either they're lagging time-wise or Bitcoin's about to flip back around and altcoins are going to outperform Bitcoin to the upside. So it'll be interesting to see how it plays out. I got a lot of water. That's good. That is good. Oh, here we go. Oh, man. All right. We're into overtime. Better be smashing the like for overtime. Better be smashing the like for overtime over here. I'm going to check on your work. That's it. 8 likes out of 850 views on the Twitter X app. That is terrible. It is terrible. I guarantee the YouTubers have much more likes than the Twitter X app. That is terrible. Terrible. 8 likes. There's 9, but I liked it. Oh, that's terrible. That makes me cry. Give me tears of joy. Give me tears of joy. Give me 50 likes. That'd be nice. That'd be nice. All right, let's do it. What is this? There we go. There we go. All right, let's just get into the requests. We are at the requests over here. Let's go. Let's go. Let's go. Let's go. It's over in an hour. Cap time. Yep. Where do you see support level on the daily? Yeah. Getting a late request in 1 hour in. So just remind me on the next live stream and I'll cover it for you. Just remind me on the next live stream. I won't remember. Maybe I'll cover it just because it's on my watch list. But remind me. I think there's a gap too. So it depends on the retracement. But all right, let's get into it. Let's get into the requests as promised. And Emily Vasquez, did I say that correctly? If not, I apologize in advance. All right, let's do it. In phase. I know I have it on here, but I'm just going to search for it to find it quickly. There we go. So, all right, let's zoom out here. Weekly chart, right? Hit 337, December 2022. It's been in a bear market since then. Many investors call it a bear market below the 200-week moving average. Obviously, I wouldn't wait for that, right? Me personally, there's no way I would wait for that. From this pivot, right? If you start mapping it out on the weekly chart, was that the break of the downward trend, right? Was that the low at $75? Looks like it. Was this a higher low over here? Was this another macro higher low? Looks like it. Buy signal, right? But not confirmed, right? You're going to want to see a weekly candle close over here. Let's change that. Back over here, horizontal. Let's go like this, right? Got rejected, came back down, got rejected again. So that's probably, if you're long or wanting to long in phase, or you're already long, could take a while to go through a bottoming phase. There is no bullish divergence, right? But there are signs of strength on the weekly chart. This could be the bottom, could be a higher low, could be a higher low. But you can see that is pretty heavy resistance over here. So of course you start getting daily, weekly candle close back above there. Daily candle closes as well, probably, right? So kind of zoom in here on the daily chart, probably played something like that, right? So it is still bullish on the daily chart. This last breakout here, right? 115 coming all the way back up. So another milestone is start to get candle closes back above there. Daily candle closes, then of course weekly candle closes, and then maybe, just maybe, it hits some other longer term targets and or the 200-week moving average. So hopefully that helps. What else? Henderson, happy birthday again. Happy birthday. Happy birthday. Happy birthday. Let's see. Yep. Try to keep the emotions out of it. What am I looking at? Can you chart Ondo crypto on Kraken, please? Sure. You got it, Johnny C. Long-time market sniper over here. Let's do it. Let's do it, Johnny C. We've got Ondo on what is it? Kraken? What's Kraken? That's an old man joke right there. Versus the dollar. Okay, there we go. USD. Okay, there we go. There's not a lot of chart history on Kraken. I'm not going to be able to add too much value over here. Johnny C, you know that. You're a longtime market sniper. Here's the daily chart. Can't really do too much with this, right? Can't really do too much like that. Probably like that. So still currently bullish on the daily chart. However, there is a RSI sell signal pending. MACD could roll over, right? Was getting overbought. Bearish divergence, right? So let's just kind of, you do have bearish divergence here, right? This was a pretty big move up from here to even the top wick, 63%. Current price right now, 50% move, pretty big, right? But still currently bullish on the daily chart. So let's see on the 4-hour chart. Let's take a look at the 4-hour chart. Yeah, I mean, starting to flip back around on the 4-hour chart. So you probably have to trade that one on a lower time frame. Looking pretty good on the 4-hour chart. It is a lower time frame, but looking pretty good on the 4-hour chart. So you probably have to play a little bit. Probably have to play it on a lower time frame. There is the pending RSI sell signal on the daily chart, so just be aware of all that. And there was that bearish divergence. Most likely, let's see. Yeah, well, don't even have to say most likely. The 4-hour chart was picking up the bearish divergence where the daily chart, what I was pointing out on the daily chart. So, but is the bottom in? Maybe. Early bird gets the worm. Super Justice Meow. Okay. Can you check the chart of ASI Hang Seng Index future in Hong Kong? If you have the time, long. Okay. Thanks for putting all the details in. Still got the hat on backwards. Never charted this one before. HSI. I'm pretty sure I haven't. Pretty sure. Hang Seng Index futures. Okay. I think I got it. Thank you for putting in all the details. I appreciate that. This is the 4-hour chart. Let's get back on the daily chart. So may have some room to the downside. So it just depends what time frame you're looking at, but still trending downward on the daily chart. Let's look at the weekly chart. It is bullish on the weekly chart as of right now. This could be the low. This could be a higher low. This could be a higher low. Maybe it'll put in another higher low. Maybe this daily correction kind of like comes back into this area down here, puts in another higher low, right? Maybe it finds support of the trailing dot, like wicks down, finds support of the trailing dots, and then on the lower time frame starts to come back out. Maybe it retests this 200-week moving average, right? Hasn't retested 200-week moving average in a very, very, very long time. You can see all the way back July 2021. Many investors would say that's a bear market since July 2021. I'd say it started back before then. And you had bearish divergence. You had an RSI sell signal back here. You had reversal candles. It was overbought. And that's February 2021. And it's been a downward market since then, all the way to here. And then this could be the end of the bear market as far as like the bottom, but then goes through a bottoming phase, right? Goes through a bottoming phase, takes time to play out. And then, of course, maybe you see bigger moves if it regains the 200-week moving average over there. Hope that helps. What else? What else? What else? What else? Shop. Angel C, you got it. Shop. I know I have it on here. Where is it? Where is it? Where is it? Whew. Pepe. Le Pepe. We're on shop now. But what a move that was. Took out this pivot over here. Was that leading the way? Oh, that's what I was hoping Bitcoin and all the other crypto assets would do, right? We will see if that happens, right? It's possible. It's possible. One last shakeout. Is this the one last shakeout? Oh, I hope so, right? Pepe. I should have just put all my eggs into Pepe. Never. That will never happen. There you go. There you go. There you go. We're shop though. Let's stay focused. There we go. Got it. Got it. Got it. Got it. Got it. Complete shop on nice. Yep, this is it. Got it. A MACD a bullish crossover, but it is still very bearish under the 0 line over here. So doesn't mean too much as of right now. You do have this gap over here. No, the gap's over here, right? Get the gap, 15% gap. I had this out like this. Could take some time to go through a bottoming phase. You know, people asked me about shop already. And so when was it? Back here last week when I covered it. You know, maybe it comes up like this, comes back down. You know, however it plays out, right? However it plays out, you know, basically looking at, you know, up, down, all around the handy dandy fancy TA, right? There you go. That's how I kind of see it play out. Could take some time. And the reason why I wait for higher probability reversals personally, because what if there's additional bullish divergence, right? Meaning lower prices, lower prices, lower prices, lower prices, finally puts in a higher low, right? That could take months, right? Weeks, if not months to days, weeks, months, a year. Who knows how long it takes? Could put in bullish divergence, meaning lower prices before the next longer term breakout to the upside. But it's good to see, you know, maybe the ship is going to finally start to get turned around on shop. I don't know. We will see. We will see. We'll see. What else? What else? What else? Any other requests? We're at 10:13, 1 hour, 13 minutes. Oh my God. I still got to get my workout in. I still have to eat. I still got to take the dog out this afternoon. Woo, big moves. What else? Okay. I think we're gonna call it. Let's take a look at Bitcoin. Maybe there's a couple more requests. Maybe we'll do it. See how we're feeling, motivated wise, right? So again, wick down all around. Maybe closes back above. Maybe one last final shakeout, and then take off to the upside. That's what I'm hoping for. But we will be aware of everything we already discussed, right? So, no, I think I'm going to cover it. I don't think I'm not going to cover the late ones just because I'm not getting any love on the likes over here. 10. Sniper. There we go. 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 I think that's it. Oh man, that was a long session. That was a long one. I hope everyone has a great weekend. Get outside, take a break from the charts. Don't get too far away from the charts. I have them on my phone as well. hopefully you gained some a little bit of insight. I hope you took away something positive here. Maybe you learned something today. Hopefully that'd be great. And in return, thank you for all of your support. I appreciate you. Until then, we will see you on the next live stream. Have a good rest of your day. Have a good weekend. This is Jesse, and we will see you on the next one. Thanks, everyone. Appreciate it. It's over an hour. Cap time. Yep. We did it. We did it. We did it. Thanks, everyone, and we'll see you later. Audio.